Festival of Arts in the Garden exhibit, and we're exhibiting artwork by some of our clients and their families, and by our staff and their families. And we got this idea because we just informally realized there were a lot of talented people in the agency, and we thought that if we could somehow come up with an event that we could showcase and recognize some of the artistic people in our community, it would be a positive thing. So we tried to figure out what's a good place to have an event like this. And then we thought about this place, which is the Community Growing Center, which is located on Vinal Ave. We've been involved here for 3 years, and we run a garden plot and we help out with projects here. So I approached the director, who was Lisa Brucolacchio, and asked her if we could have our art exhibit here. And she loved the idea, and that's how it came about. We have over 50 pieces of art here by over 20 artists. And we have everything from paintings to photographs to sculptures to pottery to lamps to hand-painted furniture. And it's quite a montage of different art. We have a beautiful day today. It was supposed to be on the 13th, but it rained out, and today's beautiful. And we're getting a good crowd today. And so feel free to look around and look at some of the art, and hope you enjoy yourself.
Win too, Lorraine. Look at the room. I've looked at several things. They put down Dom, you are nervous.
I'll show you exactly what we do here. You gotta come out the same way you go in. You gotta come out the same way. You gotta walk around the brick.
I'll come and get you, Craig.
Okay.
Good.
I want to introduce Peggy Budge. She's our recreation coordinator, and she was instrumental in putting this event together. Peggy and I run all the recreation events, and the two of us have been involved at the Community Growing Center for the last 3 years, and we spent the last month and a half organizing this. How do you think it went today?
It went really well. Everything looks really nice. It's just great. People are really enjoying themselves. And the food went really good.
How many people do you think showed up today?
I'd estimate around 100 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think most people, were pretty impressed with what they saw.
Yeah. Very impressed.
And we're here for another couple of hours. And at the end, we're going to be counting up. What we're doing is we're giving prizes. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the prizes?
We got gift certificates for art. What was that name again, please? Pearl Art Studio, Art Store. There's 3 different gift certificates varying in price, and they'll go out to the winners.
First, second, and third prize, and there's one category, and it'll be interesting to see who wins. Hi, this is Lisa Bucalacchio, and she's a director of the Community Growing Center here. And Lisa was instrumental in getting Walnut Street Center involved at the Growing Center. It's been about 3 years now. And I came to Lisa about 2 months ago to see if she would let us have the art exhibit here. And true to Lisa's nature, she loved the idea, and she's been a consultant and a support to us to organize this. And just want to thank you for letting us be here.
Oh, I'm so pleased. I think particularly since, as you know, we've sort of evolved your presence in the garden. You know, Walnut Street started originally like, well, we could maybe grow some tomatoes. How? You know?
Right.
And we've worked together through that. And I think, you know, as we've talked about, there's been a lot of wonderful sort of intermixing with the community, really getting to know a little bit more about Walnut Street and, you know, sort of the full spectrum of the services, but just integrating into the community and having an opportunity for everyone to take part in different events. So I think this particularly, as you walk around and see family and friends and people off the street, you know, viewing the artwork, it's artwork, and you know, it's all here, and it's here because you thought of this wonderful idea, which is great. I mean, it was a lot of work.
Yeah, it was.
You have to make sure that you recognize that point, and, you know, balancing and getting easels, and how to really respect the work, and give it a place. And I, you know, love the viewing these teams against the cosmos, people voting. It's great. All I can say is be ready for next year.
Well, people were asking about that. We haven't given them a definitive answer on it yet. But you were talking about networking. It was nice. I don't know if I told you, but we went over to the high school. The high school lent us easels. And Frank Carey, who's teacher in the special ed department, actually had his students help load the easels onto the truck. Came over here and helped us unload them. And then they came here during lunch and had lunch and looked around.
Great.
So that was that part of that kind of community interaction that we were talking about. So.
Yeah, and you know, the more opportunities like this, the more that'll happen. Let's keep happening. So.
I just want to say this is a great place, and you know, the more time we spend, the more we find this is a resource, and this is like a little gem in Somerville. So just thanks to you to keep this going. So.
But again, I only can say this research keeps going because you are investing in it, and yeah, I think it does add a lot to the program, but it's very two-way. You add a lot to this program. Keep going to the summer.
Lisa, people are watching this and they want to get involved at the Growing Center, like volunteer. What would be the best way to do that?
Probably to call the answering machine at 776-4160, and we have volunteer days often on the last Saturday of the month. We'll have an opportunity to do different projects, but there's a lot of different ways to get involved. I mean, it could mean coming and be part of your program as a sort of a garden advisor, or it could mean helping you put together names to send out invitations for events like this. There's sort of a full range of opportunities. So I'd say give a call, and I'm very open to creative ideas.
Great. Thanks.
You're good.
Oh no, you were good. You're the. Hi, I'm with Mike Good, and he's one of the artists who's displayed some of his art at our Festival of Arts exhibit today. And Mike actually painted several of the paintings here. I was wondering, Mike, could you tell us a little bit about some of the paintings? Maybe you could tell us about this one?
Beauty of the Beast scene, my daughter found it in a magazine, and they wanted, I think, $2,500 for it. That's why I would paint it for her instead. It's my first painting I took on like that, and I'm proud of it. It took quite a while, over a year to do it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because I don't have much time, so I do it in my spare time.
Well, the detail, I mean, it looks like the animated film. I mean, the detail is incredible. I mean, it looks just like what you saw when you went to the movie.
Thank you. Yeah. That's the first one I took on with characters like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm proud of that one.
Did you frame it yourself?
No, I had a frame.
Yeah, because it goes really well with the picture.
I picked up it in the frame in Allenton's.
How long have you been painting for?
I started in 1992, when my daughter was born. I did my first painting of her in a kind of a funky setup when she's part of the sky. So I've done that. I've done about 6 paintings since.
Great. Actually, I think that your first painting that's here, isn't it?
Right.
Could you tell us about this one here?
This was my second painting. I don't know why I got this idea. I just wanted to kind of capture the funky layout and a different character of light, different shading. The different shading of the pitches and the shade and everything, and then catch the reflection in the mirror.
Right.
So you can actually visualize the things there when they're not there.
So it's almost like surrealistic type of. And I like how the window's floating into the room. And what is this painting called?
What did you name?
Spare Room?
Spare Room.
Is that okay?
It was 11:15 at night. Spare Room sounded good.
Yeah. And how long did it take you to paint this one?
I would say over the course of about 3 months. 3 months. And actually, I had it in the basement until I put it up there.
Did you know that you had this kind of artistic outlet when you started, or
I never did oil paintings before I got it. Yeah. I did little drawings, sketching here and there, but I just started oil painting with my daughters in '92. And it's enjoyable, relaxing, enjoyable. I get a lot of resentment and relaxation out of it.
Do your daughters, do they take after you? Are they painting?
Now, my 4-year-old seems to be enjoying it. Yeah, she likes to paint with me. She uses all my paint, makes a mess. But yeah, she likes to paint with me when I'm painting on Sundays.
Hi, Craig.
Well, I really appreciate you having your artwork here.
My pleasure.
And hopefully, if we do it again. And I just want to also thank all the artists who exhibited their artwork. I mean, there's some really excellent work here. And on a lot of the slips that people wrote, they said it was very hard to choose. They said it was very hard to choose because there's so much good work. So, unfortunately, we can't give a prize to everybody. I mean, I just think that if everybody's work is exhibited here, that's recognition, and you should give yourself a hand, because this is really some excellent work. And we already set a precedent with the with the awards. So we have a tie for third place, and for third place goes to Patrick Valente.
All right.
Patrick.
Hey, thank you, Peggy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Also tied for third place was Bob McCarran for his Windows series. Bob? Okay, second prize goes to Michelle Smith for her mountain and lake picture. And last but not least, first prize goes to Mike Good for his Beauty and the Beast picture. Thank you all for coming, and hopefully we'll see you next year.
Thanks, Greg.
Where's Greg? Is he here yet? I haven't know yet. Oh, they did. I saw him a while ago. I still want him to fall, thank you.
Where?
Oh, I got it, I got it. Whoa, Robin, sorry. I have it. Yeah, right, you said it clean. I have it.
I don't.
Still now. Right, right? Here. You know what we do with the green to it?